Howdy there, kiddos. Have you ever been sad and wanted to die?
In the arms of the angel.
But you couldn't afford a therapist? Well, I got some news for you. Get a Finsta. Well, now we gotta figure out what the heck's an Instagram. Luckily, I got a little note right here. Instagram is a social media platform that allows for users to post pictures and videos for their friends and family. Man, that sounds like a hoot and a half.
So, what the Finsta? Line. Finsta, or Finstagram, is a combination of the words fake and Instagram. It's an account where one posts funny or embarrassing photographs. A human in his or her most natural habitat.
Now, on the flip side, we've got our Rinsta account. Our Rinsta, or real Instagram, contains aesthetics, themes, and good quality photos. The point of this account, more often than not, is to get as many likes as possible.
The Pixie and Sergeant whatever.
Nice. Instagram was created in 2010 by Kevin Systrom and Mike Krieger, and today has over 800 million accounts. Users post a variety of different types of content, like images of friends, family, work, social outings, and plenty more. People of all ages, races, and genders are welcome on Instagram. Users who gain enough followers have a chance to get sponsors and make money off of their content. You can do whatever you want with Instagram. You really, everyone has something different to provide to Instagram. The downside to it, people judge you based on what you post. And every time I see that little like emoji, someone liked my post, boy, do I just get a boost of serotonin. But if I don't get enough, then I delete the post. Our audience controls our content. It controls what type of content our audience controls when we post it, depending, if you have the business.
Oh yeah, because I have the business one, and when you check the insight.
Yeah, that's all. I do not post something until it checks insights, and then when can I post today?
And whenever the highest amount of audience is on Instagram, that's when I post it.
This is coming from a business standpoint, too. It's just who I do business with. The first thing I look at is your follower count. Granted, though, the second thing I check is how many likes you get per photo. People will buy followers. People will buy likes. People will buy comments. What do you post on your Finsta?
On my Finsta.
Because I don't have one. Not everybody has a Finsta.
I have a Finsta.
I don't have one.
I don't post that often, but this post says, I might have thrown up 3 times this morning, made my nails bleed, and cried a little bit, but hey, I survived my first day as a sophomore.
Oh, God. It's pretty rough for you, buddy.
Let's see. Some of it, I don't know. Here's a picture of me with my foot up in the car that says, guess who's ready for vacation?
So you post things that with poses that just you feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
But are definitely not aesthetically pleasing.
Right.
That picture's overblown. Let
me see. Sometimes I advertise my YouTube on it.
Well, yeah.
I do that. And
was that red hair I see?
Oh yes, I had red hair over the summer. It's cheese.
Oh, it's cheese?
It's burnt cheese.
I literally thought it was.
Oh my god! On my Finsta, the cheese pizza one, and it says the representation of this week. This one's a picture of me and my sister, and she asked me, so overall, how would you rate your summer? And I said, depends on what you want to remember. That I was sexually harassed by several people, didn't sleep because I had to work, or how I would come home after work and just go to bed. And she goes, so a 4?
Do you think you would say that you sort of have different personas on your Instagrams? Or do you feel they're both your quote-unquote authentic self?
I could say that they're both probably my authentic self, just because I want my face in the media to be like kind of this like ridiculous person that does just a bunch of stupid stuff and like has fun doing it. Like I don't care what like people say about what I post or anything. Like even this post on my Rinsta is when I stuffed my face with pretzels. It says, she don't protect, she don't attack, but she do snack. But I have talked to some people, and she said that she had a Finsta, and it definitely made her more, like, she was like, it almost made me stronger. Like, I would post things on my Finsta, and, like, I would post a rant about some of my friends on it that don't follow me. And then, you know, if people would comment on my Finsta, like, oh, that's just so stupid, like, you should get over that, she was like, no, like, if you don't want to see this content, get off my Finsta. And she was like, and now I can be like that in real life.
Nice.
I was like, yes.
Our Rinstas show us how we want to be perceived, while our Finstas allow us to be how we actually want to be. With this public pressure to be seen as perfect on social media, our Rinstas contain only the photos that we edit and approve for a larger audience. These accounts are much more constrained on content, but are still used by the same person. A user who might post about their fun beach vacation on their Rinsta might post about the family fights and wild parties on their Finsta. Both accounts are the same person, but different sides of their personality are shown on these separate accounts.
Professional Finstas.
I've literally never even heard of one of those.
That's what I'm trying to explain.
Educate me.
Finstas are the private accounts and the things that aren't supposed to get likes and aren't, you know, pleasing or like publicly acceptable, like drunk photos or like nudes or things like that. You know, there are comedians, there are celebrities, there are models of different kinds that post raunchy jokes, nude photos, but they're for public consumption. They're supposed to get likes. They're supposed to have public views. And people want to call things that have nude photos or like ugly things on them Finstas. But I think that someone's, you know, joking personality or their, you know, their nude photos or whatever can be a Rinsta because that's their, you know, profession. It's up there to get likes. It's up there to get views. It's posted to make a statement.
At that point, would you even call that account a Finsta?
No, and that's what I'm saying. It's their Rinsta. But their Finsta isn't going to be like everyone else's. It's going to be the clean family photos. You know, oh, here's my thoughts on this. Because what they're famous for and what their profession isn't a serious aesthetic. It's not political views that are supposed to, you know, make or break them. It's to be raunchy in public.
Since this technically professional Finsta is a Rinsta, that this person would have just two Rinstas, that's just two different sides of them?
Pretty much.
But like, okay, so what would you say about the people that, like Kim Kardashian posts, like, nude photos on her one Rinsta? You call that like a family-friendly Rinsta, or how would you label
it? It is to her. It's her one account. It's not a Finsta. She doesn't do it to be funny. She's not trying to hide it from somebody else. You know, people who want to have two separate lives, you know, one where they are professional and one where they're family oriented. And Kim Kardashian has an entire TV show where she puts her private life on display. She doesn't need a second private Rinsta because there's no point. Everyone already knows and sees everything about her. She posts her private information on the internet.
Bye.
Thank you guys for joining us today. I just want to wish you a happy holidays.
No, blow out of your nose.
Freshly shaven and ready for the day.
Freshly shaven.
Ready for the day.
Ready for the day, bro.
This is the one I was looking for.